Before any investigation takes place, there has to be an offense or a crime which must have been committed. Good day to all. Today, I will talk about the criminal trial process in India. The criminal trial is the legal process through which a person accused of a crime is examined in a court of law. It starts with reporting the offense and goes through investigation, trial, and judgment. The main aim is to deliver justice and protecting the rights of both the accused and the society. At present, the system follows the Code of Criminal Procedure and the newly introduced Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, with an emphasis on fair procedure, protection of rights, and speedy disposal of cases. The objective of criminal trial is not only to punish the guilty but also to ensure that justice is carried out in a lawful and transparent manner. Types of trials. In India, criminal trials are classified based on the seriousness of the offense and the court that tries them. Let's look at the main types of trials. The first one is the Sessions trial. Sessions trials are conducted by the Sessions Court for serious crimes like murder or rape. These trials deal with cases where the punishment may include life imprisonment or the death penalty. The trial is thorough and involves detailed examination of the evidence. Warrant trial. Warrant trials are conducted by a magistrate for offences punishable with more than 2 years of imprisonment. The court frames charges and records detailed evidence before deciding the case. These trials ensure careful consideration of serious but less severe crimes than those in Sessions Court. Summons trial. Summons trial are meant for minor offences like carrying lighter punishment, usually not exceeding 2 years. This process is simpler and faster. The trials aim to quickly resolve cases like minor hurt or defamation. The fourth one is the summary trial. Summary trials are conducted for petty offences where the procedure is brief and evidence is recorded in a simple manner. Punishment in these trials is limited, often not exceeding a few months, allowing quick disposal of minor cases. And the last one is the trial under special laws. Certain offences like economic crimes or offences under POCSO Act are tried under special laws. Special courts follow modified procedures to deal with these cases efficiently and effectively. Now, let us look at the criminal trial process in India. The first stage is the investigation stage. Under this, we have registration of FIR, that is section 154 CrPC, replaced by section 173 BNSS, followed by investigation by police, arrest of the accused, and filing of a charge sheet. This says the first stage is the investigation stage where a crime is reported. The police register an FIR and begin collecting evidence. They examine witnesses, conduct searches, and may arrest the accused if necessary. This stage ensures that the facts of the case are properly documented before the trial begins. The second stage is the pre-trial stage. Under this, we have taking cognizance by the court, issuing summons or warrant, appearance of the accused, and framing of charges. After investigation, the police submit the charge sheet to the court. The court then takes cognizance of the offence and issues summons or warrants to the accused, asking them to appear in court. During this stage, the accused may be granted bail or remand and receives copies of the investigation documents. The third stage is the trial stage. Under this, we have prosecution evidence, examination of the accused, defense evidence, final arguments, and judgment. Once the accused appears, The trial begins. First, the court frames charges against the accused. The accused is then asked to plead guilty or not guilty. Prosecution presents evidence and witnesses, and the accused has the chance to question them. The accused may also present defense evidence to prove their innocence. Finally, both sides give arguments before the court, and then the case is decided. And the last stage is the post-trial stage, which includes sentencing if convicted, and also appeals and revision if the decisions are not in the favor of the accused. After the trial, the court pronounces judgment. If the accused is found guilty, the court decides the punishment. If acquitted, the court is released. Both parties may appeal the decision in a higher court. This stage ensures that justice is executed fairly and in accordance with the law. Now, let us look at some of the important case laws under this criminal process in India, criminal trial process in India. So the first one is the Menka Gandhi versus Union of India. The Supreme Court held that personal liberty cannot be restricted without following a fair, just and reasonable procedure, strengthening due process in criminal proceedings, which simply says that this case established that personal liberty cannot be taken away arbitrarily and any restriction must follow the procedure established by the law. The second case is the state of Bihar versus Ramesh Singh. The court clarifies that at the stage of framing charges, the judge only needs to see whether there is a strong suspicion against the accused, not proof beyond doubt, which means the state highlighted the proper procedure for arrest and the importance of safeguarding the rights of the accused during the investigation. And finally, the conclusion. I would like to conclude by saying that the criminal trial process in India is designed to balance justice and fairness. The accused is allowed to plead guilty and not guilty and is given a full chance to prove themselves. Evidence is carefully examined, witnesses are cross-examined, and the accused can present their side. The process protects the rights of individuals while ensuring the safety of society and effective law enforcement. This is a systematic process, balances law enforcement with individuals' rights, ensuring safety of society while protecting the rights of the accused. Thank you.